Kimberly says when she and James met 8 years ago, she fell head over heels in love. But now, after 7 years of marriage, that love has turned to hate, and this couple isn't sure their relationship can last.
I give him everything he wants, sexually, emotionally, everything. I even praise this man and tell him how good he is. But yet he's in his garage texting females. I see naked pictures that he sent to this woman.
Mr. Gibson, are you sending other women naked pictures?
Your Honor, yes, I did, but...
You see?
This is a female.
Why would you do something like that?
Both Kimberly and James say they no longer believe in the love they once had and are ready to end it all today on Divorce Court.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toller presiding. You may be seated.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Kimberly Sanchez and James Gibson. The two of you have been together for 8 years, married for 7 of them, and you have no children together. You two do not want to be married anymore, and you have some financial issues that you would like me to resolve for you. Also in this courtroom today, we have, as Mr. Gibson's witness, Margaret Simone, who is Mr. Gibson's sister, and we will be talking to her as well. Mrs. Sanchez, I'm going to start with you, however. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your marriage and why we're here today?
Your Honor, I do everything in my power to make my marriage work. Everything.
Right?
I try to dress up real nice for him. I try to keep my house clean, proper, the kids maintained.
That's not correct,
Hang
Your
on.
Honor.
I even get dressed up really sexy for this man. And you know what he does? Nothing. Nothing at all. He leaves me there alone, falls asleep, and does nothing to satisfy sexually, emotionally, physically, at all.
At all. Now, Mr. Gibson, she says you're turning up light on the loving. What's your response to that?
She's addicted to sex, Your Honor. I swear. She wants it 24 hours a day.
You said
7
she's
days.
addicted?
Yes, it's never enough
Your Honor,
for
I
her.
have to chase him around.
Stop. Hang on. Hang on.
This one time, Your Honor, on our anniversary, I take her out, nice dinner, buy her flowers, candy, come back home, you know, make love. I take my time, nice and sweet, and finish. You know, I still have to go to work the next morning, and I have to get up early for work. So you know, I roll over. She asks, can we do it again? She's thinking more sex. I'm thinking Gatorade and sleep.
Right.
And so anyway, I get up and go to the kitchen, get something to drink, and, you know, she starts fighting with me, of course, because she wants it again. She locks the door, won't let me back in the room. I end up sleeping on the couch that night, Your Honor.
Your Honor,
Miss, go ahead.
He don't, nothing. There is 5 seconds is not enough for me.
5 seconds,
5
Your
seconds
Honor.
not enough for me, okay? I gotta have mine.
Oh, no, Miss Sanchez, you and I'm both know it wasn't, well, I don't know.
Okay, 5 minutes.
Let me
5
just
minutes.
restate that all together. You say that you can't get enough. Just can't get enough. And you also say he cheats on you with the computer. Explain how both of those things happen in your home.
I give him everything he wants, sexually, emotionally, everything. I even praise this man and tell him how good he is. But yet he's in his wherever in his garage, texting females. I see he leaves his phone at home one time. I see naked pictures that he sent this woman of his.
Mr. Gibson, are you sending other women naked pictures?
Your Honor, yes, I did, but
You see?
this is a
He's
female.
got that at home, Your Honor. He's got that at home.
Can I explain why, Your Honor?
But you know,
There is no explanation for that.
Stop. I just want to say this. 40 years old and you're sending naked pictures. I don't care when, why, or how. Why would you do something like that?
This is a woman in a whole nother state. One night I go to work in graveyard. I come home, she leaves, goes to the store, and her phone goes off, and I pick it up and look. And it's text messages to one of her exes telling him that I left and went to work and asking him if he wants to come by my house, Your Honor, the one I pay for, that she lives in, that she doesn't help pay the bills in.
Your Honor,
How does that get to you sending naked pictures over the internet?
What's good for the goose is good for the gander, right?
Your Honor, that's not even right. That is not even right. He said to me he does that even before I even text my ex-boyfriend. I can't, you know what? I don't get it.
Hey, stop it. The two of you are doing tit-for-tat sexual misconduct. That's what I've got right now. So, Miss Simone, come on up. I want you to tell me what you see when you look at this union.
She doesn't cook or clean.
She doesn't cook or clean. How do you know?
Work.
How do you know?
Because I've been staying with them. I lost my job.
So how
and
long have you been living with them?
Since November.
Too long. Too long. I take care of 2 kids, a husband. I don't need this woman in my house telling me what I'm doing wrong with my children and in my house with my stuff.
Miss Simone, are you telling her what she does wrong?
May I say, Your Honor, she teaches her son that you give somebody your word. Once you get paid, you do not have to keep your word. Once you get the money, don't keep your word, take off.
I'm sorry, but I teach my children that, you know what, if you work for something, you better get paid. But only if you get paid. She was already saying that she wasn't going to pay him for the work he's already done. She sat there and
he agreed to work Saturday and Sunday for $20.
Okay, stop. Yeah, Miss Simone, have a seat.
He had already got
Have a seat, Miss Simone.
No, he did not.
Have
You're not
a
getting paid. You
seat.
said you were going to
Miss
pay
Simone,
him.
have a seat or I'm going to put you out. Now listen here.
You didn't put her under oath, liar.
Hush. Now listen here, ladies. I don't know where you were brought up or who taught you the rules in kindergarten, but it's kindergarten rules in here. You behave like you got some sense. You will have a full opportunity to speak. All this hooting and howling and yelling and pointing is not going to get us anywhere. I'm not having it. Don't go there again. The next thing that happens is you're out the door and I'm back at home. Mr. Gibson, why don't...
You see what I have to deal with, Your Honor?
When divorce court continues, what does James's sister say to make Judge Lynn do the ultimate?
Butt out of our business. That's what his sister needs to do.
That's what kind of human being you are.
Yeah, damn right, a
Escort
good one.
Miss Simon out.
A bad one.
Escort her out. Are your meddling in-laws destroying your marriage? Call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com or become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt.
Divorce Court is back with the case of Kimberly Sanchez, who is divorcing her husband after 8 years of marriage because she says he's a cheater. But is he too cheap, too?
I am sewing my underwear together. I've had my underwear for so long, okay? I'm sewing my socks together because I have holes in my socks. He is cheap.
Explain to me the tension between your sister and your wife.
It's unbelievable. Now you see what I have to deal with, Your Honor, and she wonders why I'm always outside in my man cave, as she calls it, because I just can't handle it, Your Honor. I'm in the middle.
Well, what do you do? They're both women that are related to you.
Yes.
You're the person that's going to have to referee or correct whatever situation is wrong. What do you do to make it work?
Nothing.
I tell them I'll either put them both out or leave them there, and I'll leave one or the other, and they can just hash it out and deal with it themselves. I'm tired of being in the middle. I don't know who to choose, her or my sister. I mean,
You should choose your wife. That's who you wanted.
His sister took care of him.
No, his sister needs to butt out of our business. That's what his sister needs to do.
That's what kind of human being you are.
Yeah, damn right, a
Escort
good one.
Miss Simon
A
out.
bad one.
Escort her out. Why don't you tell me about, you say he's controlling. Tell me about that.
He was on Craigslist, of course, probably chatting with some other girl, but he's on Craigslist, I guess looking at the ads, and without me knowing, he sees an ad on there that says, without experience. It shows how much he thinks about me, especially with his sister around. Without experience, 40 hours a week. He signs me up for a job that I didn't even have no knowledge of at all. Has the audacity to come in my room and sit there and say, oh, be ready by 3, you have a job interview.
Your Honor, obviously
Okay.
she's not filling out applications and looking for a job.
No.
So I figured I would.
am too looking for a job, Your Honor. He's not paying any attention to what I'm doing. Nothing at all.
It said no experience. I figured she could handle it.
I sure did, and I got that job. But you know what? He decided to tell me to go, when you get the job, have somebody go, have me go get his relative, whatever, a job. You know what happened? I got fired because of that relative. I got fired because of his relative trying to sit there and tell me.
You're dipping in and everybody else, you seem to be a bit of a dipper, Mr. Gibson. You got your sister at home, you got your wife a job, then you told your wife to get your other relative a job. Do you dip into everybody else's life and try to handle, like puppet master,
But he can't even
everything
handle
going
his
on?
own.
When I'm the only one providing for the household, Your Honor, yes, I feel like I should have a little control over something. She got a job one time, Your Honor, for 2 weeks. She quit it out of the blue, just for no reason, walked off. I still don't know why to this day.
Because he was
She
sending
leaves to
naked
go get
pictures of
her,
her.
she leaves to go get her last check, and it's gone way longer than it should have took her. And we have bills that are piled up, stacked up. She comes back, she's got bags, she's been shopping. Okay, I don't really have a problem with that until I ask her, well, do you got a little bit of money? I need to go down and pay the water bill. She says, I got $12 or $13.
Your Honor,
Out of a 2-week check, Your Honor, she has $12 or $13 left.
to pay bills
Stop,
with.
went shopping, you know, blew it all, and so yeah, I'm a little controlling over that.
Miss Sanchez,
I am
respond
sewing my
to that.
underwear together. I've had my underwear for so long, okay? I'm sewing my socks together because I have holes in my socks. He does not even...
That's probably because you can't find a matching pair, Your Honor.
Well, let me ask you this. Was there a time when you had a job for 2 weeks? And
I had a job...
When it was over, you spent it all on clothes and not $1 on a bill?
That's a lie.
That's a lie.
That didn't
is a
happen.
lie.
She did.
Not
I feel like
even.
I work all day out in the heat, and when I come home, you know, things should be right. She hates doing laundry. She hates folding clothes. She doesn't cook. I mean, I come home, I expect dinner to be cooked, you know, a decent meal. What does she do? She's been on the couch right where she was when I left, watching TV.
That is a lie,
probably
Your
watching
Honor.
her show. And I come in, I ask her what's for dinner. She gets up, goes in the kitchen. She makes hamburger helper, Your Honor, and the noodles aren't even cooked all the way, out of a box. She went to culinary school.
Miss Sanchez, did you go to culinary school and only fix your man hamburger helper?
Yes, I did, because that's exactly what he gives me back in our relationship.
This is not a come hither move. Every time you say anything, you're doing this to him. Do you kind of see where you're shooting your own self in the foot?
Yes, No! This has been going on for 7 years! 7 years, Your Honor. The day we got married, this has been going on.
When divorce court continues, does Kimberly have it all wrong?
Did you buy a new car with the settlement that you got, and now he's stuck paying $240 a month?
Yes, because I thought that would bring us closer together.
What will you do together? I mean,
Work on a car.
I mean, you
Yes, I do.
open up the thing
Yes, I
and
do.
all of that. Does he like to work on cars?
No, Your Honor.
If you would like your case heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and follow us on Twitter @DivorceCourt. Divorce Court returns with the case of James Gibson, who says he wants to divorce his wife because she doesn't take care of her household duties. But is communication really the problem in this couple's marriage?
Miss Sanchez, have you ever have a conversation with him and said, look?
Nope. Not one. Not one.
Mr. Gibson, do you spend time with your children?
What I can after work, Your Honor. I'm always working, Your Honor. Somebody's got to pay the bills. She doesn't help. I mean,
How many
That's cool.
hours a week do you work?
anywhere from 40 to 60, sometimes 70, just
Not even.
depends.
He can come home whenever he wants to. He makes his own damn hours.
I work out in the heat, Your Honor. It's hot. I mean, I come home, I'm tired. And
If he works
she
out in the
doesn't
heat,
help
why
with
does
the
he
bills.
go right
She
back to his
gets a settlement. She
cave?
got the car wreck, got rear-ended, and she gets a settlement. And what does she do with the money? She goes and buys a new car without me knowing. Not a new car, used car, but it's new to her.
New to her, right?
I bought that
Goes and
car
buys
so
it
we could
without
do
me
something
knowing.
together
Let that
outside.
man finish a sentence.
Won't let me drive it, acts like it's, the best thing in the world. She might as well just marry it. She loves it so much. And
He gives me satisfaction.
get $240 a month payment for this car she just bought for 6 months, Your Honor. I could barely pay the bills as it is at the house. She doesn't help me, and she
Did
gets
you buy
payment.
a new car with the settlement that you got, and now he's stuck paying $240 a month?
Yes, because I thought that would bring us closer together. He's always outside.
How does that bring two people
We could do
closer
something together. Together. He's always
What will you do together? I mean,
work on a car. That's something he's supposed to be doing with his boys, but he don't even think about them.
you want to work on the car together.
Yes,
I mean, you
Yes, I do.
open up the thing
Yes, I
and
do.
all of that.
Your Honor,
Yes.
it's a quarter-mile car. I mean, you can only drive it a quarter mile before it breaks down. So, yeah, it's constantly needs
Maybe
work.
if a man would actually help me do it.
There it is right there.
Well, now, wait a minute. Does he like to work on cars?
No, Your Honor.
But no. Hold on, Your Honor. Hold on. He's got a cave full of parts of bikes and everything else. Okay, granted, there's bikes, but this is a car. Something. See, this is yard. This is his cave. It's
But I
all
like
full of
working on
bikes that he puts
motorcycles, Your
together. But
Honor.
yet he don't have 5 minutes to work on my car with me, to spend a little quality time together with me.
Miss Sanchez, have you ever have a conversation with him and said, look?
Nope. Not one. Not one. He's too busy out there.
have one here,
And he's too busy. He sits there and says he's working in the heat all day long. You know how hot it is in Vegas?
She doesn't know how to have a
hot in Vegas.
conversation, Your Honor. It's
he's
always
out there in that
pointing and
cave with
hollering.
no air conditioning, working on some stupid bike in the heat. In the heat. I'm sorry. I'm just mad, Your Honor.
When Divorce Court continues, Will Kimberly listen when Judge Lynn tells it like it is?
Ms. Sanchez, let me say this to you. You are over the top and under my skin. You are agitating, irritating, and you're redundant, repetitive, you're angry, and you can't hear. No one wants a woman who tells them what to do all the time. That nobody wants that. It's not romantic.
Divorce court returns with the case of Kimberly Sanchez and James Gibson, who are divorcing after 8 years of marriage.
Tell me
Forget
about the
about that
$4,000 you were seeking for the cost of the Monte Carlo car that you purchased as the one that we saw, the project. You want that money back. Tell me why you believe I ought to award that to you.
Because I did this because I needed it. I needed to keep my marriage together. I need something for us, for him to give me. I need something to hold on to, because if not, I'm walking away. And I just spent whatever money I had.
Your Honor.
Whatever money I had on this car for us to make something, to do something, for him to give me something. And you know what? I can't, because I can't even get him to look at me. I can't even get him to pay attention. I can't even get him to talk to me. He's always running me over, never does anything, nothing at all, Your Honor.
Now, you know why I don't talk to you, Your Honor, because I can't get a word in.
That money I was saving to get out in case I needed to. So I have 2 children I need to think about.
Okay, I got you. Mr. Gibson, your response to this request.
I said, I can't talk to her if I can't get a word in edgewise, Your Honor, and that's the way it always is. And as far as the car goes, she knows I hate working on cars. Why would she buy something I don't like doing to try to keep us closer together? Yeah, it makes no sense. I mean, didn't ask me about it, just went and bought it, so I feel like I shouldn't have to pay her for the car. That's...
Ms. Sanchez, let me say this to you. You are over the top and under my skin. You are agitating, irritating, and you're redundant, repetitive, you're angry, and you can't hear. And let me tell you something. No one wants a woman who tells them what to do all the time. Nobody wants that. It's not romantic.
I tried that, Your Honor. I have.
No. Oh, but what you're doing isn't working.
I know.
He doesn't want that. Do you know what he wants?
I haven't talked to him.
You know why? Because you don't talk to him. And you don't talk to him because you can't listen. You have no capacity. You have no capacity to keep your mouth closed. And even when you're keeping your mouth closed, you're still not listening. What you're doing is thinking about what you're going to say as soon as whoever is talking to you finally shuts their mouth. You don't want to know. Your problem is that you want a man that doesn't want you. You got to find out why he doesn't want you. And you don't know why he doesn't want you because you won't let him get a word in edgewise. Mrs. Sanchez, you made the same mistake throughout your marriage that you made with the car. You said, I like doing something, and I want to be with him, so I'm going to do something that will enable me to do what I like and expect him to come along. If you want to spend time with somebody, you go and find something they like to do and then do it with them. That's how that works. You bought a car he wasn't interested in, and now you're mad because he's not interested in something you knew he never wanted. You can't be that way. You spent $4,000 was an investment on a maybe.
That $4,000 was from my personal savings for the past 7 years.
But that was your decision to spend it. He didn't take it. Whatever decision that you make with your money is not his responsibility. That's it. That's all. There will be no recovery.
All rise. Parties may leave the courtroom.
Kimberly says that since they left divorce court, James has become very distant. She says that rather than feeling married, she feels as if she has a stranger in her bed. James refuses to go to marriage counseling, and Kimberly is seriously considering filing for divorce. James says that the show gave him courage to say things that needed to be said. He says that he and Kimberly are on the road to working things out, but that it is a slow process.